moral of the story is, don't go around bullying people, because the person that you bullied is going to come back into your life. And when they do, you're going to be older, wiser, more mature, and you will feel a deep sense of shame.
I was once bullied in year 8.
Why?
Those
You were quite feisty in school though.
I was quite feisty, but let me tell you, in my school there was this weird thing, right, where it was like from year 7 to year 9, one person, there was this little clique, and I'll tell you who they were, used to like control the whole form group, and every month or every few months one person would be isolated for some random reason that no one knows.
So they just decided...
Only the clique knows.
Do you know what that reminds me of? You know in recess, the Ashleys.
The Ashleys.
The
Ashleys said that. But yeah, so I remember this distinctively. So one person every few months would get isolated for like a week, and then everyone would be friends with them again.
So they'll just pick on someone in your form group?
Random, yeah. In my
for
form
no
group.
reason?
For no reason, but only the clique knows why. So then they would spread it across. I remember.
But there probably
this
isn't
vividly.
even like a real reason.
No,
they
it's
probably
just
made a
stupid.
pact like,
Yeah.
oh, the night before, let's
Let's
go
do
for
this
that
person.
one.
I literally thought about this the other day while I was on the train. I was like, that actually did happen to me.
Who is it? Go on, tell
I
me.
can't say.
Go
I'll
on.
tell you.
Do I know
after
who it
this,
is?
though. Yeah, you do. Look at you.
I
I'm
know
loving it, aren't
you.
you?
Oh my god, if you're watching this, I'm coming for you.
Anyway, it didn't really faze me that much because I had other friends at the time. So like, I never used to be friends with people in my form group. You know when you start high school, like only your cliquey person is like the people that you're currently in a form group with,
Yeah.
that you go classes with. Whereas I was friends with the Somalis in the older year, and so it was okay.
Somalis.
So it's great to have Somalis.
It's always good to have your people around
Exactly.
you.
So it didn't affect me as much, but I still remember it, and I'm like, that really did happen. And then the month after, it happened to another girl. Chinese
So there's
girl,
a
she was
repeated
scary.
pattern.
Yeah, it was really crazy, and then it just stopped after like year 9.
Oh, that's
But
really
yeah,
sad.
but that group of people, I wonder what they're doing with themselves now. Probably.
We don't know.
We don't know. Anyway, you're cunts.
We hate you.
We hate you. Actually, no, I'm flourishing, so it's good. Anyway, bullies, please just stop, okay? Let's live in peace and prosperity.
So you get subtle bullies as well.
Yeah.
So they don't actually think they're bullies.
I would never bully. Don't ever say that to me.
So i.e. Karens, subtle bullies. They think they're doing the world a favour when they assert themselves.
Or when people question you, like let's say you've talked about something and they belittle that and question it and make you doubt yourself in the middle of other people.
The gaslighting.
Very horrible.
That's the form of bullying.
It is.
Stop bullying. Don't be a bully. Be a butterfly.
I feel like our people don't really bully though.
No, I've never really seen Somalis bullying.
They might pick on people. Somalis bullying is like they'll cuss you out. Like the biggest form of bullying happens in your household.
A lot of Somalis do a lot of teasing. It's the way that they express that they like you. It's quite bad, but someone can misconstrue that as bullying.
They will literally, Somalis will get a facial defect that you have. Let's say I've got a fanah and they'll call me fanahlay.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like,
but it's a term of endearment.
Do you know what I mean?
You should never ever see that as bullying.
No.
But they wouldn't do that to someone who isn't Somali. So I feel
you
like...
can't be, that's what I'm saying, you can't be sensitive.
Yeah,
in
but I've never
Somali
seen a
household.
Somali bully a non-Somali.
No, I just don't think our people are bullies like
No,
that.
I know, we're just fun-loving, peaceful, happy-go-lucky people. But then again, we might get loads of comments after saying I was bullied by a Somali.
This is our perspective. I've never seen Somali on Somali bullying. I haven't seen.
No,
I've seen Somali on Somali fighting.
Fighting, yes.
But not like bullying, like they psychologically damage you. I haven't seen that.
No. Oh my god, you know what just came to my mind?
Oh.
Shukri.
Oh.
grant her gender. I mean, that just came into my mind.
Oh, they're so evil.
They were just horrible.
Wallahi, kids are animals.
Shukri, she was like
she couldn't even swim. And you know what makes me think? Like, imagine she's actually in the water and she's like, help me, and then just
I can see it happening. You know what it is? You know when you can see the event in your mind, they probably led her to the place, told her to get in the water.
They got in with her.
Hold your head down underneath. Some stupidness, do you know what I mean? That just escalated and got worse.
And they just watched her.
It's
so sad.
And she was new in the country. She didn't really know anyone. Oh, that really hurts my soul.
Allah have mercy on her.
Was there ever justice for Shukri?
No, they said it was accidental death.
How old were those kids?
Like,
were they over the age of 11?
Yeah, that was like 13. 12.
So they could have gone to jail.
Yeah, but you know, the Midlands Police, Yorkshire Police.
They don't care about a Somali girl.
No, they don't even care about, what's her name? That woman that was found in the river the other day. What's she called?
Was it the one that was local, that lived locally to us? There was a Somali girl that was found in Dover. Was it Dover?
You are?
There was a girl, a Somali girl from Feltham.
You are?
No one knows how she got from Feltham to Dover. They discovered her body
on the beach.
On the beach.
No way.
Yeah, a local girl.
Subhanallah.
I know,
May Allah have mercy on her. There's so many like young black people going missing as well.
Mysteriously.
And a lot of them end up in Essex, presumed to have committed unalive themselves. Trigger warning. But it's all quite suspicious. Guys, 3 things I'm gonna say. Yeah, always send your location to someone. I always do that. No matter where I am, if I'm in a cab, that's my biggest fear, to be kidnapped in a cab, by the way. And my second thing is, can we please all learn how to swim? And my third thing is, can we carry rape alarms? Because I just think that's the biggest thing we can do right now.
I think there needs to be a huge boom in the market of female protection products.
There's this thing that's like a kit. You like press a button and then it brings out a knife and you can attach it to your key.
But are we allowed to carry that in the streets of London?
And it's like true, valid. So they're stopping us from keeping safe at all angles. I watched, what's it called? It wasn't a trial, but it was like a video of this man who followed several women home while he was drunk out from a club, and one of them he raped and killed.
Do you remember that police officer that just went round?
There was loads of them that have been found out.
Yeah, there was like a whole list.
There's an inquiry coming.
Surviving the Metropolitan Police.
You can't trust them. Imagine that woman that died. What's she called? Sarah.
Sarah Everard.
Yeah. And like, he came up to her.
Who was the new guy, the one that recently got convicted?
I don't know. But that police officer came up to Sarah, showed her his badge, and said, "You need to come with me. You're being arrested because of COVID violations."
Yeah.
Restrictions to not be going.
I know. I saw it's an abuse of power. This one was David Carrick. He was a serial rapist.
Oh my God.
Carried out 85 serious offences over 17 years, despite force being told repeatedly of allegations. So the force knew. Metropolitan Police are aware.
This is mad.
They ignored 8 warnings about PC David Carrick's abusive behaviour, leading Downing Street to warn faith in the police has been shattered, and the force's new commissioner to say the leadership should have been more determined to root out such a misogynist. I'm sorry, 8 counts.
So they've let him.
They let him carry on until they finally caught him. Oh my God. She claimed that he restrained her with his police issue handcuffs.
Trigger warning.
And boasted that he was a powerful man who guarded the Prime Minister. The woman said he coerced her into staying in the relationship by convincing her he would plant drugs in her car, threatening, "Who are you going to believe?"
Imagine that abuse of power. Imagine how scared she must have been.
That's really scary. No action was taken. No action was taken with the women either refusing to formally complain or withdrawing their cooperation from the police investigation.
Let me tell you something. Remember that episode of Charmed where they went to Valhalla and it was just women? I wish we had that. And all the men was like their trained soldiers that they controlled.
Is it what Vikings believe when they die they go to
They had to go
Valhalla?
Valhalla, but the episode.
Oh, is that twisted?
Yeah.
So the women were in charge.
Exactly.
Anyway, that's enough of David Carrick. Moving on to scenario number 2. So this one is a confession. And her confession is, I think I'm in love with my cousin. He's 22, almost 23, and I'm 20. He and I haven't really spent much time together. Growing up, he lived in the city and I grew up on the coast and in the Bay Area. I only really know him in that I know he likes video games that I also like, and he likes the same kind of TV content as I do. I also know he and I are basically at the same stage in our lives where we don't want to depend on our parents anymore. We have plans to spend a week together this coming summer so we can celebrate his graduation. Over the past week, we've also talked about how we want to start doing care packages and sending them to each other as a way of getting through life as adults. We didn't have a lot of time alone to talk, so I don't know what he thinks of me, but I know for sure that he cares about me, because when I have a mental freak out, he's there for me until I've calmed down. I would never make the first move, but part of me hopes when I visit him next summer that he pushes me against a wall and just makes me his. Whoa.
She's been reading BookTok.
I just want to know if my feelings are appropriate or if I should give up waiting for him to be my knight in shining armour.
Okay. I need to know, how close of a cousin are they? Because if it's first cousins, they're basically siblings, that's awkward. But if it's like your 5th cousin removed, is that really a cousin? That is not family.
So she sees him every summer, so I'm assuming they're close.
Quite close.
I think it's her first cousin. She said I'm in love with my cousin. So she didn't say first cousin. Yeah, so what do you think about being in love with your cousin?
I just find it, I don't know.
Apparently marriage between first cousins is legal in 26 US states.
2 things are making it awkward for me. That they grow up together and they see each other regularly. Which means they're close, their families know each other. He's probably like grown up with her.
Yeah.
So it's, in my mind, I'm thinking, that's awkward. That's like ill.
Really? Think of how many people in our lineage who've gotten together.
And of course,
despite being cousins.
I get that, but I also think,
and have gone on to
if
have
you
very
grew up
long,
with someone,
fulfilling lives.
It's not haram. I'm not, you know, I'm not.
I didn't say it was haram.
I'm just saying, if you grow up with someone, I think I would look at them a bit more differently than if I didn't grow up with them.
Then so it doesn't mention that she grew up. She's saying she sees them once every summer. So I'm guessing she spends a bit of time with them every summer.
I think it's, honestly,
I think there's nothing wrong with it.
We've been in that situation back in the day when we used to go Mal'amad.
Yeah.
You come back the next summer, people have, you know, gone into puberty, they're looking a bit different.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You're like, whoa, wow, he's grown up.
MashaAllah.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't act on it, but it's wow.
Well, the thing is, you know what it is? Obviously, I don't think they're Muslim. From everything she said in the scenario, it doesn't sound like there's any, you know what I mean, inshallah and stuff like that. There's no indication that she's a Muslim. So, I don't know. I mean, I think this could be new territory for her. She's probably quite scared, thinking, oh my God, I find my cousin attractive.
I think he might like her if he's sending care packages.
Sending care packages and also just being very caring towards her. However, I don't know how this would be received in their community. So in our community, this would be okay. Do you know what I mean? However, I mean, she has to think about the consequences of her actions, how her family would receive this information, how they'd react. She's got to weigh up all of that if she if she wants to pursue this.
And also, do you think, you know when like you haven't had any male attention in a while, and one male shows you attention, he's a bit more attentive, a bit more caring, the heart wants what the heart wants. Do you
But
know
also
what I
it's a
mean?
familial connection as well, so there's that element that he's also being very caring because that's his family member. So I don't know.
I would find it very awkward for her to just be like, I'm in love with you. Because that might destroy the relationship. She needs to feel it out, man. She needs to phase it out, see what's going on, see what he says.
I think she needs to see other people.
I think she's got a crush.
She needs to see some other people. She needs to understand.
That's what I'm saying.
Is this just, you know, book talk? She's in her head, in her feelings,
Book talk is very deranged. They've got some crazy tropes that people are into, I'm telling you.
But it's the description, the way she's described, you know, like, oh, we both like the same video games and stuff. It's very surface level. There's no, do you know what I mean? Not that I would want there to be something deep, but it's just, it sounds quite, we've lost light. It sounds quite superficial.
I agree. And I also just think she needs to get attention from somewhere else, and it's all going to go away. I think it's a mindless little crush, and I don't think you should blow up your family to be telling us why you love him, honestly.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Awkward. I would never tell a man I love him first. That is like, unless he was like on a deathbed, and I would never see him again.
Really?
I don't think I would.
Oh.
But maybe that's my toxic trait.
I would never make the first move either, to be honest.
Would you ever solemnly, without a man telling you that he loves you, say,
no. I mean, if it's like,
well, I'm in love with you.
No,
like,
I would never. But you know, sometimes though,
there's something wrong with you.
Often you can usually tell when someone likes you. In which case, if you're absolutely certain and don't think there's anything wrong with you, kind of, because if he hasn't made the first move, it's just like, babes, I know you like me. I know you want me to just, I'm going to say it for you. Don't do that.
Guys,
Do
don't
not
listen
take
to
my
that,
advice. Never
I
make
was waiting
the
for her
first
clarity to come into her head.
Gosh.
No, what do you mean? I could never ever like think messaging someone on Instagram as a form of like getting to know someone. Like, you got to.
No, it's really awkward.
That's weird.
It's really awkward.
Yeah, anyway.
We need to create something for these people, Hartha. We need to be, have you seen...
A 101 on how to date Islamically. Oh,
no, so have you seen, what's that show on Netflix where it's the auntie and she does the matchmaking? We need to be the matchmaking aunties of the Somali community.
Guys, would you trust us?
With your marriage CVs?
We would do this for you, we'd find you a match. But the only issue is, I feel like girls are very much into doing a marriage CV, whereas guys, I don't think not so much. But you know what? In the religious community they do CVs. They do like 6'3", Salafi, big beard, good job, finance, wants some, and you know what's really used to trigger me a lot? They used to be like, wants a petite Somali woman that speaks Arabic.
Oh, did they actually used to have CVs back in the day? Wow.
A woman that can cook, a woman that wants to move out of the country.
So our CVs ideally would be a bit more interactive. There'd be like a little bubble where you can put your photo. There'd be like a likes and dislikes. There'd be like an about me section. And then what you're looking for.
Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom. And then me and you, because we've got like the visual, we know. So we can see someone, see another person, and we can be like, right, those two fit together like a jigsaw puzzle.
Exactly.
Right.
Then you put them, take them to the families.
You've got to look at both their likes and dislikes. If they match, they match.
Exactly. You know what, like the Asian community are so strong. Shall I tell you why? They really put their families' point of views at the forefront, whereas I feel like a lot of Somalis don't do that.
So they prioritise education, which is really important, and they also prioritise marriage, and they prioritise things that will basically create a nuclear family designed to flourish, which I love. Very old school. It's not even old school, this is what we're supposed to do, but Western individualism has made us think it's old school.
It's not.
It's outdated. It's redundant, but it's not, guys. Don't listen
and now,
to the outside forces.
Now that I'm kind of thinking back, it would have been so much more useful to have like my mum sitting there when I got to know my husband.
I would love to have that kind of auntie in our community.
Yeah. Just relaxed, chilled. It's gonna be us.
It's gonna be us, babe. I see it.
Callie and Harbour.
matchmaking service. Indian matchmaking, that's what it was called.
Yeah. Somali matchmaking.
Somali matchmaking.
East African matchmaking. You know us too.
We just have ideas after ideas.
And then
we steal them, guys.
Honestly.
If you can make it better than us,
do it.
do it.
You know, just credit us. That's what I'm saying. But if we had like a client list of bare CVs from both male and females, and we just
so that
put them together like Tetris, like boom, boom,
yeah.
boom, boom,
So
boom.
this kind of idea requires a lot of trust from client to
Exactly.
us.
If 2 people trust us, send us your CVs. We're going to get you matched. I've already got one in my mind already.
Do you? Anyway, guys, 1 hour and 5 minutes. Thank you so much for listening to our episode. We love you guys so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, download, share.
Oh my god, Ramadan Mubarak, guys.
Yeah, Ramadan almost from Mubarak.
So when you're listening to this, it's probably going to be Ramadan.
Yeah.
And you're probably going to be fasting, which means we need to take out all the swearing.
Yeah, we need to take out all the swearing, we need to take out all the profanity.
Indeed.
And we just need to make this a Ramadan friendly episode because you know what, Hagar?
I'm really trying to be good this Ramadan.
I really want to be good as well.
I mean.
Anyway,
Anyway, guys, love you guys so much. Bye.
love you guys.